Hey guys, today I'd like to review the Rode Wireless Go microphone system. Now, with my channel, I do a lot of outdoor videos, of course, with the fishing videos, and you really need a good wireless outdoor system. That is, unless you want to just wear the camera. I hate doing that, so I wanted a wireless system. I've tried a couple others in the past. They're awful big, they're awful bulky, and when I first saw the Rode, I thought, this looks like what I'm going to want. Now, as you get the unit, basically you're going to get the part that goes to the camera, the part you wear. You're going to get a couple windscreens, and as you can see by the picture, they are not very big. The whole thing's not much bigger than a quarter. They're really small, they're really compact. I was really impressed with the size. Now, I've had this unit probably at least 6 or 8 months because when I do a review, I want to use the product and use it quite extensively before I review it, at least if it's possible. I figure that way you get a better idea of how it's really going to work for you over the long haul. Now, as I said, I needed something that worked well in the outdoors because with this channel, I do a lot of fishing videos. I have a second channel called Full Curl Trophy Sheep, where on my property I raise painted desert sheep. And sometimes some of those videos can get a little hairy depending what you're doing, but at least most of it is outdoors, similar to the fishing. So I knew the microphone system was going to work for either channel, every place where I'm going to use it. Let's start out with the fishing videos and start at that end. Now there's two ways you can actually work your camera, or your microphone system I should say, and that is, right now I'm using a lavalier microphone. I'm using an extension or a lavalier extension to the regular unit. I purchased this through Amazon, just an accessory kit I could find on Amazon that worked with it. It had microphones with it. It even had an adapter so you could hook the Rode up to an iPhone. So right now, there's a microphone system, and I've got it going with a cord here, goes to the lavalier system. Sometimes I use that when I'm fishing. Sometimes I don't. Let me unhook this. All right, now I'm just working off the microphone system itself. I do not have a windsock on it, but if I was doing something outside, I'd put the windsock or the windscreen on it. I also have the microphone setting at its lowest level right now because we're indoors. If I was outdoors doing my fishing, I would move it up at least to the middle volume level, or I might move it all the way up to the highest volume level. Either way, but here, low is good enough. Let's go back to this again. I don't have to hang on to it. But either way, whether you're using it with your windscreen and no lavalier mic, or you get the great sound, and in my case with the fishing, I use it both ways. I fish in a little small two-man boat, similar to a kayak. I've got a regular bass boat, and of course then I'm fishing on the bank too. So we're going to start out with a small two-man boat, or like your kayak you'd be using. Now, as I said, I don't like to wear a camera. I prefer a totally different. I like a camera behind me and a camera in front, so you get to see all the action that's going on. So when we start out here, we'll start with the camera from the back, looking from my back forward, and I want you to look way to the front and you'll see the camera. You'll see my GoPro, it'll have the microphone attached, and about 6-8 inches below that is this microphone with a windscreen on it. In that small boat, I set this on high and I put that out in front of me where my camera is. So let's see how it works just with the regular microphone. There we go. Found one. Yeah. Hold on to him. Paid to come back to the north side. Paid to come back. There we go. About like the first one. I like that. Yes, it did. About 15, 16. Paid to come back to the north side. That chatterbait again. Now, as you can see, that was not a windy day, so windy conditions can kind of affect things in the sound. We all know you're going to have to deal with that. But usually I'm not going to be out on that little boat if it's very windy. But let's come back now. Let's look at, I'm using the full-size boat. There's 2 people fishing, my buddy and I. Again, I got the camera in the back and the camera in the front, but now I'm going to be farther away from the camera where the microphone's going to be. So now I use a lavalier mic.
Oh.
It's about 4 hours from here.
Yeah.
There we go.
That one?
First one of the day, Bob. Oh, there we go.
I was going to say a decent one.
Wow.
It's a pass. Looks like a angler size.
No, it's bigger than that.
Oh, it is, ain't it? Oh, it is a nice bass.
Yeah, it
It is a nice bass. It's a nice one.
is. Hang on, I get a hold of him there.
I just seen the shine on there.
There we go. He's fat.
It's a nice one. Yeah, it is.
Probably 15. 14 and a half, 15.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, probably.
14, 15. 14, 15, guys.
Decent bass.
But heavy. Nice and chunky. Well, that brings us to bank fishing. And usually, whether you're using a tripod or whatever you're doing to hold your camera while you're fishing, usually you're standing near it. But, well, what happens if you start getting farther away? And how good is the sound quality when you start getting a long way away from the camera? Well, let's see. It can be a challenge to try to get decent sound when you're doing outdoor fishing videos. Sometimes you're going to be in the boat, you're going to have real high winds. Sometimes you're going to be on the bank. The key is having good quality sound, whether you're standing right next to the camera or whether you're 30 or 40 yards down the bank. Well, as you can see, the Rode Wireless Go microphone system works really well, even if you're a lot farther away than the camera can show up. Now that pretty well covered what I do for fishing, but as I said, I have the channel where I'm working on the property here. So what conditions would I have here? Again, out in the wind or this or that, I would be using some of the same things. Again, I will use the lavalier mic. Let's say I'm out working and I want to show what I'm doing while I'm out working in the field. For there, it seems to work well using the lavalier mic. It's got the 4 hooks, and we're just going to take the 4 hooks and hook them all on the rod. Now, let me get my come along. We'll hook it up. Now, there's some cases I don't like to wear the microphone, whether it's the lavalier or even just not have this carried with me in my shirt pocket, or like here, I may put it in my pants pocket, because sometimes when we're out working with the painted desert sheep, specifically when we're working with the bigger rams, it can get a little bit interesting sometimes. So in that situation, I'll have the camera up, the microphone will be with the camera, and then I take this part of the microphone, put the windscreen on it, and I attach it to the same device that's holding the rest of the cameras. I keep everything out of the way, and I keep it safe when we're working with the rams.
He's like, I don't want to.
Hey, oh! You got it?
Yeah.
I need it a second. All right, let's get him up. All right, girls. Ready? I'll be on the other side. Yeah. Got him? Oh boy. Here we go. Oh, who's walking you, Don? I don't know. Well, there you have it, guys. There is the Rode Wireless Go microphone system. It's small, it's compact. I think it works great in the outdoors. I love it when I'm out in the boat fishing or on the bank. I love it when I'm working here on the farm. I can use it when I'm working with the sheep or whatever we're doing. It's exactly what I wanted. I'm glad I bought it. I'm glad I spent the money. It's so much smaller and more compact than anything else I've used. It works really well, and I'm glad I got it. Hey, thanks for sticking with me. Subscribe to the channel. Hey, subscribe to both channels if you would. Hope to see you again real soon.